I am thinking that I'm gonna leave the series by this bot. Why? Well, we have seen a lot of bots. We've seen a lot of plays. We've seen it clearly that our beloved Savannah's AI is probably the best. And why do I leave it by this? Because I already played against the newest. We're at that point where I'm like, did I play against this god already? Did I play against this one? I think that's a good point to give it a shot. So if Ra makes it up to multiple rounds, you see multiple videos. Otherwise, this will probably be less, but I don't think it's so. Because it's all up to random what I get. In this Smite vs Omnipotent Bot series, in which you don't normally play against Omnipotent bots, so they have 80% cooldown. Because I have been a sucker to see for this game mode in custom game modes, because I love to play custom game modes from time to time against bots. So, but I also do. Oh, I left. I left blind pick on. God damn it! Okay, let me explain this. This is normally not the thing. This is normally not what we were doing. If we start against a bot, it is Smite Omnipotence, because I want to see which is the best bot with 80% cooldown, because this has been added later to the bot pool of the custom game mode pool than the normal game mode. Because, as I said, custom game modes are usually a thing which you only can play against other people. So, when that came here in like custom game modes, I was like, I want to play it against bots and it's fun, and you know, I get play my favorite bots against bots, have a chill time, and you know, just chill out as a casual game. But then the question came to mind: which bot benefits the most from 80% cooldown? And that's how this series came to stand. We play basically 5 rounds maximum. And round 1 we start against a bot with like a random god, with no defensive item, 1 healing item, no defensive relics, and that sorts of stuff. And then if we lose the round, we go up a round, and more restrictions get added, you know, of removed, so it gets easier and easier and easier. However, if we get at round 5, you know, and I lose still against a bot, then we're going to a special round, because in round 5 everything is removed. So I have no restrictions, I can do whatever I want, but still my god is random. If I come at round 5 and lose, we still go to round 6. And in round 6, I basically get the pick. There are no restrictions, so it's basically a custom game mode with whatever I want to do, you know, against bots. And now here comes the part. I know these types of things have a lot of RNG. I know that a lot of these goals probably can make it up higher on the list purely because of random RNG. But I still don't think that brings Savannah's to his knees. Who knows? A hunter. That's an interesting for gonna be an interesting one. But I still think Savannah's will be the best, even if you do like remove the RNGness. And you know why? Yes, I can defeat Savannah's with like a lot of struggle. And a lot of game crashes, as you saw. Savannah's eye is so amazing that it's like just have to crash the game. Just imagine like playing against bots, you will like have a fun time and then all of a sudden game crash. But yeah, I do know that probably some gods can get higher up the level. For example, I play these levels 4 times as a warrior, then you know 2 times a warrior and then a hunter. But I can predict. There's randomness about this. Yeah, sometimes I do get gods for like yeah, I am like, yeah. How do you say this properly? Like, how do I say this properly? Like, yeah, sometimes you get goals like for Xiongquei. Xiongquei is a great example. You know why? Because Xiongquei was that typical god that if you played it with like a mage or a hunter, you would do great and decently. But if you had a warrior or a guardian or an assassin, you would do terrible. And if you get like 4 assassins in a row, yeah, you will easily go to round 5 with chunk weight. Believe me. But no, we got Numa, and I had a whole episode about internal life decisions, but oh well. So that's how we end up doing this series. Now we're at like episode 30, I think, so I think it's only fair to do like Ra's OG. Ra's like the OG mage of Smite. So I do have the advantage of like the range, but but Transgender doesn't have a lot of abilities to use in this mode. I do have my ult, but they do have beat. Oh, I don't have my free. But yeah, like I still think Sylvanas is the best. Like Colin got close, I have to say. Colin is like the best outer build. It's like a continuous slow with like his one, like every second or something. And how do you call it? How do you call it again? Like his auto build is like the best, I think the best in game. One of the best auto builds. So, because of his passive, like Colin's auto build is the book build, but Colin's auto build is also like greatly beneficial in regards of his passive, because Colin gets like basically extra magical power in regards to how much mana he has. So that's I think it's great, but oh well. What do they level just first? Don't they use their 1? Or their 2? They have levels first. This is gonna be... Oh. I need to go back because I have too much money. Yeah, let's stay. And Razen was one I really wanted to try, but I never know. Like the thing is with Ryan, you never know. Like I can basically build crit here and I won't have an issue. I won't have an issue in regards of I need to get like heal. They never used their 1. Oh. Speaking about the devil. No, I want to use my G. No, cancel this. No, 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 no. I almost died because I heard something again. If I died, that was my most horrible death. Dying to a jungle cap because of a huge teleport cliff. They're going to more. I miss everything. That's also the problem I have with hunters. If I also play like on conquest or something, or others, like I always with my like I can hit like have good aim hit, but I always with my last shot. For some reason. So that's like simply stupid. That's another when I like play ADC role, and then with my last shot mostly. Catch my Rose Garden. The Rose Garden. I think it's a Rose Garden or Campus Garden. Yeah. Then what I did like I won't think no, at least no. Yeah, I want to talk about something, but I think it's a bit controversial. I already talked about it in like one Smite video, but so and I actually don't want to bother you guys with it. It was like my own internal thought. Like if you really want to see it, basically it's Smite 25. You know, the one against Chongquei. So, and you already see where the topic goes. So, but basically, let's talk about something else, because I can, you know, focus on gaming, but these videos are more, I think, more fun when I talk about stuff, and I think that attracts viewers. Like I said, with like the one, I don't know was like, if I said it, but I recorded the one where I was like talking about like, becoming a housewife. And my friends loved that video. They were like joking about it. So even if it's like friends, you know. He's alive? Oh, oops. I need this, but I want. Oh. I need attack speed. But like that's the thing we're talking about. Like I think these videos were carried. Because like that one talked about housewife. Yeah, of course my friends were joking like, oh, Elise wants to become a housewife. And yes, if I do get like married to a boyfriend or a girlfriend, doesn't matter what, I think I'm B to that point. Or as one of my friends calls it, I'm confused. Or just in the war. But if I was to say I get like a rich boyfriend, like let's say it like this, I would get a rich boyfriend as Transgirl. And he's like, of course, sweetheart, you know, you can work from home if you want, or like, you don't have to get a job. You know, that sort of stuff. You don't have to. If you want, you can like become full-time streamer. I would like it, but knowing me, you know, it would take up my guilt feelings. You know, I would feel guilty for like, you know, my husband or my boyfriend is working like full-time to make the bucks, and I'm sitting here, you know, like gaming, recording it, and hope that somebody watches it. People will watch it. But if you said, I will like, what I will do then, I will try to you know, apply for a job, and if I don't make it, you know, if I don't make it, so be it. Like at least I can say that I tried, you know. Like if I like apply for a job offer and it doesn't work, or like, you know, doesn't work, or I like get denied, I get fired, at least I tried. Then I can say that you know, be a full-time streamer if I want, but you know, then if I want. But no. At least I will try. So this is the reason why videos start. I want to become like if it ends up happening, I become a housewife if it has to. If a housewife that full-time streams and is a content creator, how nicely would that be? You don't have to work, you can play games all day. What I basically do nowadays. Well, I'm working for school, but does it kind of work? Does it count only as work as you make a living with it? I don't know. No, but friends love the video, and even if it's friends, like, they meme about it, like, oh, Elise wants to be a housewife. So, you know, like, you know that your video is fun and worked out in the end, so. Or it helped at least a bit. So, of course, I talked from, like, all stuff, from, like, being a housewife to what I did, like, in, what was it, 25 I said, against Chongquei. About, like, I wanted to be I have a dream that as a trans girl, that if I can, I want to become pregnant, you know? I still think that video is a bit controversial, and I didn't release it at the time of recording, but... So, but like, there's things, like, that's what things to talk about happen in my life. And those are the things that, like, sometimes you have to just talk about shit in your videos. I've been also recently, for example, like, doing a lot of, I've been doing Shiny Hunt, because I'm working on a Shiny Hunt video, which I also have to do. But, oh well. you know, whoever knows. But I've been like enjoying it actually because I get to talk about stuff. Of course, sometimes it does happen to get in the video, but most of the stuff doesn't come in the video. And I can just talk about stuff that I need to get off my chest and nobody else has to hear, you know. But alright, that is my red buff. Hold on, I need to get my red buff. You stole my red. I'm mad. But so I can talk stuff and get to talk with my chest. You know. For example, there's also a bit when I want to stare, you know, push it towards. I had today. Basically, we have group project, and as you know, I'm a software developer girl. Yeah, I do software development. I'm a girl and I'm doing software development. It's possible, guys. Don't worry. Basically, it's like right before delivery. We have like 2 weeks left or something. And it was like a group mate was working from home today, and he had some personal issues, you know, can happen. But he asked me to take his, you know, his task of what he was making for a user story. He was like, can you do it, Elise, because you don't have anything to do? And I was like, sure, you know. Then it was like, okay, you have made something, can you push that so that I can, like, at least continue your work? So, eventually took to, like, 10, was it 10 AM? Which was already an hour wasted before it was pushed. Okay, bunch was there. So, the bunch where the code was stored, you know, was pushed. And then we looked through it, and teammates were like, oh, he did some work last week. But I was like, it's not showing up in branch commit history, you know? It's not updated. So, eventually at 11 AM, after figuring that out, which took another hour, we basically went like, okay, did you make something extra? Didn't get a response. Up until 2 hours. And then after 2 hours I finally got the code. Only to notice that it like works half. To say it like this, we have like basically have like a table tennis league thing. And we have now so that as a player you can receive notifications. Well, a player can have multiple notifications, but a notification always belongs to one player. Sounds fair, right? A notification always belongs to one person. Because if for example, if I were to get invited by, like, let's say by Barack Obama, who invites me to a table tennis match, then Trump doesn't have to get my invite, you know? You get it? Or Trump doesn't get the same invite. Get what I mean? Yeah. Basically, this guy made an whole separate system for a notification, and he was like, well, you have to first make the notification, then you have to basically add it to a player. And I was like, so I can just get, so I have to do extra steps to make it work? Because basically, if you take the player ID and put it like into the notification table that is in the database, it would be so much easier. But no, there's so much to work to build around, and then we're not gonna do that at least. So it's like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna argue. What's your way? So I was trying stuff out, and as I said, it didn't work. I was like, okay, great, that I can have. And I started raging towards one of my groupmate friends. I started raging so hard. I was like, this fucking piece of shit doesn't work. Like, I left it like 15 minutes because it's 2 AM, and it was like half an hour of discussion. Of like 15 to half an hour of like, with them like, trying to figure out what I had to do and what I had to make. Because that was also unclear to me. So I figured it out, but yeah, I figured that out. But then I looked at the things missed, so I was like, you know, I'm gonna update the player so that I can see if an update notification. I tried to update the player and the notification doesn't get saved. I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm going to home. This is for tomorrow. But stuff like that is like, you know, it's stuff where I'm like, that's what I'm gonna get off my chest. And again, the one video against Shonkwei where I talk about like I have a dream of, you know, as a Transgirl to, if it can, you know, to get pregnant. which I don't think it will be, but that's like also this topic. Like the day before that, I met like another trans girl, and as I said in there, I've laid peace with the fact that if I can like get pregnant and like give birth to a child, which I probably will, maybe again, you know, never know what the future does. But I have laid peace with like the fact that if I can't get pregnant, okay, so be it, you know, I can always adoption or other stuff like a foster mom, as we talk there. But yeah, it's like she, like I said there, sounded like she wanted to fight, you know? Fight for like the right to, like, for the possibility to have. But I was like impressed by it. Like, hello, I'm talking, I'm begging. So I was like talking and impressed by it, and I was like, and that circulates your mind, especially to the next day. And yeah, so that's how it happened, you know, to be ended up in that video. So if it's like a bit controversial, but there's also like the thoughts of like as a trans girl that you get, like, for example, yeah, I know I shouldn't be talking much about it as I am, but lately I've been made her try makeup, and it felt weird because it's the first time, but also felt great. And yeah, this is like, I didn't notice that much that I had makeup on because I had like purple lipstick and like I had like mascara, but it wasn't really noticeable. So, you know. So there's like the little things, like I can talk about an hour, like how it was to do my makeup, you know, for the first time, and that sort of stuff. I don't know, some people won't bother, but I know that might, I hope actually, that might, Transgirl maybe watches this and be like, oh, she experienced makeup like this, or she has the same dream as mine, you know, or maybe, oh, she looks against me becoming pregnant like this, for example. Because that's still a part of the gay kid. There's still like a part of what I want as community. Of course, like saying that you want to be pregnant is maybe a bit too much. But but I want an LGBT community, and as a trans girl, I'm talking this open about it so that can like make it safer for the start people, where people can say what they want. So if like somebody comes into my Discord server and they're like, hey Elise, I saw your videos and I'm thinking I might, you know, I'm a trans girl myself, can you maybe help me how to discover it? You know, so stuff like this, even if it's just talking to me, let them be like, that I'd be like, yeah, that's what I want. Of course, I don't want to hear, and that's not because I'm not interested in it, because I know that is a part of us, as trans people, as LGBTQ+, but even as normal people, can it happen? Of like, you know, I think I might like girls, and I want to have, like, you know, sex with a girl. I'm gonna stop you there. I'd be like, I know it's interested, and I want to hear about it, and you can do it in my DMs, in Discord. Maybe not too much, now that I think about it, but I have to cover myself on some scripts from like, or some subjects that are, you know, some subjects that are not like, acceptable for Twitch or YouTube. For example, I'm not on Twitch allowed to discuss any ways of sex. Even if it's like, that's why I've stated in my rules, you know, that it's like, you can't talk to the point where you say that you like girls or boys, but if you go like, oh, I want to do this, you're gonna be like, no, not in my chat. You know what I mean? But that's like the topics why I'm talking so much in the videos about my life and all about other stuff. You have to like, I've talked mostly about what I recently experienced. Like I said, with school, you know, my life, meeting other trans girls, and for example, talking about like, how do you look up against becoming maybe like pregnant, or how do you think about it? Of like, I asked like this one I didn't talk about, but I also asked about sort of like, what is your cup size? Because I like, can you like guess what your expected cup size is gonna be, or like can you talk to the therapist about like, for example, if I want cup C, can I take more medicine? Or because I really had the question, and that's something I had, like, for example, if like I go to the therapist for hormone treatment, can I like ask her or him like, if I want cups, for example, a cup C rest, you know, can I take like this amount of medicine and will get guaranteed cup C, or is that like up to chance? It's just like, Elise, you don't have to ask, it's up to chance. You can have like a D, you can have like an E, you can have like an F, but you also can have an A. So, and I was like, oh well, I guess that's one more question I don't have to answer. But like, that's like the little things. That is like, okay, yeah, no. Okay. But like the things of like, so as I said, that thing was how she looks up to pregnancy and pregnant, like for trans girls to become pregnant, or something that stick with me. Example, I don't think I talked about it in this videos, but for example, the story I had with my mother of how she looked up against me, that she thinks like I could still be more. Oh, I tell you, that did also talked about in the 25 and 4 bit. But she thinks I can like be a bit more grown up, stand out for myself a bit more, stand clear in what I think I find. For example, I find, for example, if I find that I have a dream that I become pregnant and I find that I can share it, so be it. You know? But also other things like, you know, you're maybe a bit autistic, maybe a bit, but so be it. I've been talking for way too long. This video is over. The series is probably over. I think. Let's say it like this. I have a lot of, like, I do have a lot of to say, but I do have a lot of stories, and I just say thankful for listening. Sometimes I have to get things off my chest, and sometimes I do say topics that you be like, at least you know you should, you know, you probably shouldn't discuss this in public videos, but whatever, so be it. If you're new around here and don't know who I am, I'm known as Elise or Hotsin. Well, as you probably heard, I'm a transgender girl. I've done this type of Smite VS Bots series more. If you want to see them all, make sure to check the outro card and the outro playlist on the left. If you want to see more content that I think will fit for you and specifically specify me for my channel to you, make sure to check out the icon on the top right. There is my gender story playlist. That is basically Project Diva music videos which are Japanese, with my story of how I became a Transgirl and how it happened. You have some Smite playlists, you have some horror playlists, you have some Let's Plays, so the rest of something for anything else, probably. So, if you're interested in that, icon in the top right where my level is on Smite. With that, I'm gonna say, this was probably Smite vs Bots. If you like the series, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell notified so you won't miss any future uploads on my YouTube channel. If you like what you saw, as I said, like, comment, subscribe, so I know I'm the correct way, and I know you should do these types of videos more. If you want to talk to me about something specifically, I have a Discord down below. Join there, you can DM me. Do really keep in mind, I don't respond always quickly. I try to respond quickly because I also have school or, you know, sleeping. But that's how it goes. And if you want to stay up to date with the channel, that Discord is also the best place. But you get better notified when I upload something. You can also have sneak peeks behind the scene. You can also leave suggestions of what I should do on this channel. With that, I'm gonna say I have talked too much. I hope you like the series. I'm gonna say peace out. Don't do something stupid I won't do. Bye. Bye. の皆さんどうかつなぎのどろになればいばやい思いついたら歩いていけ心のゴミを残さないように